Is the absolute greatest tight end in the history of the National Football League about to orchestrate the final collapse of the Kansas City Chiefs? While the rest of the league is violently grinding through the suffocating heat of training camp, Travis Kelce is currently vibrating in an entirely different universe. We are talking about a universe defined by red carpets, paparazzi, and a level of blinding global fame that no football player has ever possessed. But back in the mud and the grass of St. Joseph, Missouri, a terrifying reality is about to hit the Chiefs' kingdom like a runaway freight train. You are locked into NFL Zone Talks, the absolute premier destination for the unvarnished, raw truth behind the biggest locker room secrets in professional football. Today, we are completely exposing the massive, unspoken crisis brewing right behind Andy Reid's back. Is the multimillion-dollar wedding ring on Travis Kelce's finger about to completely derail Patrick Mahomes' revenge tour? Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and let's dive straight into the explosive narrative that the mainstream sports media is entirely terrified to address. To truly comprehend the sheer, mind-numbing magnitude of this distraction, you have to look directly at the absolute spectacle that completely hijacked the American news cycle just weeks before training camp. On July 3, 2026, Travis Kelce did not simply get married. He co-hosted the absolute celebrity event of the decade. They entirely locked down Madison Square Garden, a venue designed for global superstars and professional basketball teams, just to house over 1,000 A-list guests. We are talking about a guest list featuring Beyoncé, Bradley Cooper, Gigi Hadid, and an entire armada of music executives, with Adam Sandler actually officiating the ceremony. Absolutely nobody is arguing that the man doesn't deserve to be happy off the field. But let's deliver a completely brutal, undeniable reality check regarding what it actually takes to survive in the National Football League. Football is an unforgiving, violent game measured in milliseconds and absolute, unadulterated focus. You do not bounce back from a humiliating 6-11 season by spending your summer throwing the biggest Hollywood party in the history of Manhattan. The pressure surrounding Kelce's return is absolutely astronomical, and the front office knows it. After weeks of intense speculation regarding his potential retirement, the Chiefs completely locked him down in March 2026 with a brand new, one-year, $12 million contract extension. This is officially his 14th season in the league, and every single analyst recognizes that this is explicitly structured as a potential swan song. He is 36 years old. In the brutal, bone-crushing reality of the tight end position, 36 is essentially ancient history. The hunger, that vicious, relentless underdog mentality that completely propelled him into the Hall of Fame conversation, is being heavily questioned by insiders across the league. He possesses the $12 million check, he has the globally famous wife, and he already has the championship rings. When you have absolutely nothing left to prove and an incredibly luxurious life waiting for you the second you take your helmet off, where exactly do you find the primal motivation to get hit by a 250-pound linebacker over the middle of the field? This massive shift in Kelce's psychological motivation brings us directly to the absolute most important, deeply frustrated man in the state of Missouri, Patrick Mahomes. You have to remember the incredibly dark context of the 2025 season. The Chiefs completely imploded, finishing with an embarrassing 6-11 record and entirely missing the playoffs for the absolute first time in over a decade. Mahomes is currently operating with a terrifying, desperate obsession to completely erase that failure and resume his frantic chase of Tom Brady's legendary ghost. To execute that mission, Mahomes doesn't need a podcast host or a Hollywood socialite. He desperately needs absolute, uncompromising soldiers who are entirely ready to go to war. He needs the gritty, focused Travis Kelce of 2019, not the distracted, heavily guarded celebrity of 2026. The power dynamic inside that huddle has completely, irreversibly shifted, and if the star quarterback cannot hold his most famous receiver accountable without triggering a media firestorm, the entire offensive chemistry will violently collapse. But here is the single piece of verified, official data that should genuinely terrify every single die-hard Chiefs fan currently wearing a red jersey. The official July 2026 NFL medical reports have been completely finalized, and Travis Kelce is officially entering training camp categorized as 100% healthy. There are no lingering knee injuries, no heavily wrapped ankles, and no mysterious back spasms. On the surface, the media is framing this as incredible news, but in reality, it is a massive, incredibly dangerous trap. Because if he is 100% physically healthy, the safety net is completely gone. There are absolutely zero excuses left on the table. If he drops a crucial third down pass, or if he is a fraction of a second late recognizing a defensive blitz, nobody can blame a nagging physical injury. The margin for error has completely evaporated. If his offensive production drops even 10% this season, the entire league will know exactly why. It will not be his 36-year-old body giving up. It will be undeniable proof that his mind has officially moved on to Madison Square Garden. And you better believe that head coach Andy Reid is entirely aware of the massive media circus currently descending upon Arrowhead Stadium. Reid is an absolute master of locker room psychology, but even he has never managed a situation this volatile. With the marriage officially sealed, the chaotic, headline-dominating presence of Taylor Swift in the luxury suites is guaranteed for the entire season. The Chiefs are no longer just a football team. They are a highly scrutinized, globally monitored reality television show. Behind the heavily guarded doors of the facility, the coaching staff is actively scheming massive contingency plans. They are quietly designing offensive packages that completely remove number 87 as the primary focal point, serving as a massive, unspoken insurance policy. Reid is essentially placing his most trusted weapon on a highly classified silent probation. The message is completely clear. Prove that you are an elite football player first, or we will systematically phase you out of the offensive game plan before you drag the rest of the roster down with you. The 2026 NFL season is officially set to be the absolute ultimate, legacy-defining test for Travis Kelce. Will he completely silence the aggressive critics, flip the competitive switch, and prove to the world that he can perfectly balance being a global red carpet icon with being an utterly ruthless football player? Or are we about to witness the incredibly tragic, highly publicized, slow-motion decline of a legendary athlete who simply stayed at the Hollywood party just a little too long? I want to hear your absolute raw, unfiltered thoughts down in the comments below. Do you genuinely believe this massive, celebrity marriage is going to completely ruin the Kansas City Chiefs' highly anticipated revenge season? Drop your absolute best, most aggressive takes below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay permanently locked into the absolute truth, and I will see you all in the very next deep dive.